some of y'all may know I do my best work at night. And today makes no difference. It's 1 o'clock, I'm bored, and I have a Q&A video to make. So let's get into it. First, I want to start off by saying thank you guys, let me put this down, for actually engaging with this video and asking me questions. I already went through all of the questions just to kind of like, you know, prep myself for what I was about to find. Some of them were kind of questionable. They started off very lighthearted. The first one was going out this weekend, ? I'm not really a go out kind of person. I like to stay in the house. If y'all ever see me like out and about or like out in the club, just know I was forced. Got a lot of questions like, what are you up to this weekend kind of situation? Literally nothing. If I'm not looking at TikToks or Googling recipes to like bake like random stuff, then I'm pretty much playing the game on my phone or playing my Switch. Are you a shower singer? Definitely, wholeheartedly. I'll be in there, hit me up. Anybody needs a background vocalist? How's everything going with you? Right now, kind of fine. Asked me a couple weeks ago, it was a little dicey. Depression had me. Kind of going through it behind the scenes just because I'm in the process of finding a new job. I left my old one. The old one had a lot of emotional attachments for myself. I loved what I was doing. I worked as a youth psychosocial group leader assistant where we taught a lot of like mood management and behavioral regulating skills along with some like life skills, you know, cooking, cleaning, bathing, brushing your teeth, taxes, applying for a job. But I found myself in that job and I loved what I was doing. I loved who I was working for. Andrea. So this one says, no question, I just want you to know that you are the most beautiful soul I have ever had the privilege of meeting. Love you so much. I love you so much. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I ain't trying to cry. Why are you such a cutie? What's your favorite fruit? Me? Ever flirted with someone while in a relationship? Are you asking me like if I flirted with someone while I was in a relationship or while the other person was in the relationship? What's your favorite product you use in your hair? My favorite. My product list has completely changed from 5-6 years ago. I think my favorite is probably flaxseed gel. It is very versatile. I use it to detangle, but I can also use it to style. Do you like anyone right now? I don't know if y'all know, but I have been in a relationship since August of 21. So yes, I do like someone. I'm currently in love, I would say. I could see this person being my forever. Do you like your current style? I'm actually in the process of like figuring out this new body, dressing it well, finding and adapting my style. This next question is, who do I miss the most? Who was the last girl you texted? I don't really text a lot of girls. I'm kidding. The last girl that I texted was probably my niece Rosiah. Currently working on a photo shoot idea and I want her involved in it. So who's your best friend? I have several. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this one person. No, I have plenty of people who I consider my inner circle and I love them dearly. I'm one of those people where we don't have to talk on a daily basis and we can pick up right where we left off. So very low maintenance friend this way. I know my friend Ryan does not like that. Sorry to Ryan. What's your favorite life memory? Ooh, that's a tricky one. I don't know. I don't think I really have a life memory. I haven't, you know, lived enough to actually have made a life memory. Went ice skating for the first time last year. So that was a big thing for me. When was the last time you texted your BSF? I mean, there's several. Some I haven't texted in like weeks. Some that I've texted or snapped yesterday. If someone had a crush on you, would you want to know who? So this is when I start pulling out that javelin. Ow! Some of these questions are a little out of pocket. Honestly, just to be polite, I don't think I'm in the space for that. What's your favorite protective hairstyle? I would probably say twists or mini twists. I can do a full head of mini twists in about 4 to 6 hours. I didn't know if dyslexia was kicking my ass or not, but I definitely had a hard time understanding this question the very first time I read it. How many seagulls have to be in your house before you think people are planting them? Baby, 2. After the first one, something's going on. What is the best hair growth serum or product? Water. So this one hit home for me. It says, what is the best piece of advice you've been given? The best piece of advice I was given was by my dad, and it was the year he started to like decline. I needed some help changing something underneath the hood of my trunk. I just noticed in the video I said under the hood of my trunk. I meant under my hood. I was literally messing with the engine and I couldn't take something apart or I couldn't do something. And my dad comes in with the calmest superhero-esque energy and saves the day. I don't know why I said under the hood of my trunk, because those are 2 different parts of the car. But yeah, back to the video. And long story short, I was getting very frustrated and he was able to get it done. So he basically just told me, calm down. I do have a short fuse and I will fly off the handle. Favorite restaurant or meal you've ever had? There has not been a single meal where I'm just like, oh, that's just the best thing I ever had. Now that I say that, there was this place in El Paso that we went with my partner's like family. I don't know what to call it. It was like an artisanal, like shoppy kind of restaurant thing. I had the house waffles with like the house whipped cream or whatever they called it, and like fresh fruit. Literally the best waffle that I've ever had in my entire life. If I could go back and have that waffle, I would. I'm a waffle guap. What is a quality about yourself people often overlook? I think I get my feelings hurt. I think sometimes people do things without thinking about how, you know, it'll impact me. Ooh! Now that you're into baking, what's your favorite thing to bake? Baby, I've been into baking. I just I just didn't post a lot of it. I've always baked when I got with my partner. That's literally one of the things that we did together. We made a cinnamon roll crust apple pie, cream cheese stuffed cinnamon swirl cookies. We've made all different types of cakes and things from scratch. I think the newest thing that I've kind of gotten into or ventured into in the baking world would be sourdough loaves, or just like making bread in general. It's literally just something else I can cross off of my list. If y'all want to see like a bacon with bee or bees bakes, I don't know, let me know, please, because I would love to actually get on here and bake some things with y'all. I think this one definitely have to come from Amanda. How do I not kill my sourdough starter? Mine has grown moldy twice. What I've found, as long as I'm like feeding it and like dumping out quite a bit daily, it's keeping the like bacteria and things pretty like manageable. I don't know, girl, I'm not a pro at this. I've just gotten really freaking lucky. I started my first starter and successfully made a sourdough loaf in about, what, 7 days, 6 days? Something that's still on your bucket list and something that you've checked off. Something that's still on my bucket list would be to skydive or go skiing. And then something that I've checked off would be ice skating. I don't know what the movie is, but I think it was called like Ice Princess or something. It's a Disney movie. That movie made me want to learn how to ice skate. Why did you move back to Texas? My partner got a job here. It is one that is like major for where they see themselves. So I, you know, tagged along and came on back to Texas. My partner was actually the reason why I moved to Kansas in the first place. I have been a freelance photographer for like 10 years now. It's something that I was making quite a bit of money off of, and then, you know, did the whole move, and then now I'm not really doing it. And I didn't do it in Kansas. So now I'm just trying to start like posting and, you know, advertising what I do. Confess who you want to get with. Why are we talking about that? Who was the last dude you texted? Dude is a weird word. But the last person I texted was my boyfriend. Have you ever flirted with someone you shouldn't have? Definitely. You flirt with somebody for just the entertainment, but you don't want anything, and then the person gets overly attached. Yeah. Who do you get with right now? Do you have trust issues? I would say that I do. I guess I would say that initially I'm a very like trusting person, so like as long as you don't lie to me, that I'll pretty much believe anything that you say. This question was in response to what I responded to the getting with question. It says, when y'all actually getting married? I think the projection is, who's the friend you can always count on for advice? I don't really ask for a lot of advice. I do ask my friends to be an ear for me to vent. I do have to like let things go. I'm the friend that people usually come to for advice. This last question is, who you talking to right now? My little baby. I don't think that they want to be on social media, so I'm going to respect their privacy, of course. So that's all the questions that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see y'all in the next one.